For billions of years it has been our constant companion, the heart of our solar system, a colossal engine of fusion bathing our world in light and life. The sun. It defines our days, powers our planet, and holds us in its immense gravitational embrace. We take its presence for granted, a fiery sentinel in the sky. But what if, in an instant, it simply vanished? This is not a story of a distant future, nor a tale of gradual decline. This is a thought experiment, a journey into the immediate catastrophic consequences of losing our star. Imagine right now, the sun ceases to exist, not explodes, not fades, but is plucked from the fabric of space-time. Here, on Earth, nothing happens. For a full 8 minutes and 20 seconds, the sky remains a familiar blue. The world continues oblivious. This is the time it takes for light and gravity to travel from the sun to us. We are living on borrowed time, 8 minutes of blissful ignorance. Then the final photons from the sun arrive. The last ray of sunlight to ever touch our planet sweeps across the surface at the speed of light, painting the world in a final fleeting sunset. And then darkness, not the darkness of night, but a total, absolute blackness. The moon, now unlit, disappears. The stars, once washed out by the sun's glare, now blaze with an unfamiliar, terrifying intensity. Across the globe, day turns to an eternal, star-filled night. Panic would be immediate. The sudden, inexplicable plunge into total darkness would trigger chaos. But the worst is yet to come. Without the sun's gravity, our solar system unravels. Earth, no longer tethered in its orbit, is flung out into the cosmos. We become a rogue planet, a lonely traveler cast into the interstellar void. Our speed remains a blistering 67,000 miles per hour, but our path is no longer a gentle curve. It's a straight, unforgiving line into the unknown. While the cosmic implications are vast, the immediate effects on our planet are devastating. With no sunlight to warm it, Earth begins to radiate its heat away into the cold vacuum of space. The temperature drop is swift and brutal. Within a week, the average global temperature would plummet below freezing. Within a year, it would hit a catastrophic -100 degrees Fahrenheit. Life on the surface becomes an impossibility. The great oceans, reservoirs of our planet's warmth, begin to freeze. A crust of ice, inches thick at first, then feet, then yards, would spread from the poles, covering the entire globe in a thick planetary shell. Beneath this icy armor, the deep ocean might remain liquid for hundreds of thousands of years, warmed by the Earth's geothermal core, a cold, dark refuge for whatever could survive. The weather as we know it would cease to exist. The sun is the engine of our atmosphere, its energy driving the winds, a key part of our weather systems. Without it, the great jet streams would slow and eventually stop. The air would become still. The temperature differences between the equator and the poles would vanish. No more wind, no more rain, no more clouds. Just a silent, frozen, static atmosphere. The sky, once a dynamic canvas of blue and white, would become a permanent star-dusted abyss. An eerie, profound silence would descend upon the planet, broken only by the crackle of the ever-thickening ice. For life on Earth, this is an extinction event on an unimaginable scale. The foundation of nearly every ecosystem on our planet is photosynthesis, the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy. Without sunlight, photosynthesis stops instantly. Plants, algae, and phytoplankton, the green engines of our world, would wither and die within days or weeks. This single event triggers a catastrophic collapse of the entire global food chain. Herbivores with nothing to eat would perish first. Carnivores would follow soon after. The symphony of life that has graced our planet for eons would fall silent. Only a few extremophiles, like the organisms clustered around deep-sea hydrothermal vents, would survive, oblivious to the catastrophe that has unfolded on the surface. They would continue to thrive in the dark, warmed by the Earth's inner heat, a ghost of life in a dead world. What of humanity? Our civilization, so seemingly robust, is utterly dependent on the sun. The initial plunge into darkness would cripple our power grids, which are not designed for such a sudden, universal, and permanent demand. Panic and the collapse of social order would be swift, but humanity is resilient. We are survivors. The immediate challenge would be the cold. Surface dwellings would become death traps. We would be forced to retreat, to go underground, seeking warmth from the Earth's core. Mines, deep bunkers, and geothermal hotspots would become the last arcs of human civilization. Geothermal energy would be our new sun, a source of heat and electricity. Nuclear power plants, if we could maintain them, would offer another lifeline, powering our subterranean cities for decades, perhaps even centuries. In this new dark world, our way of life would have to fundamentally change. With limited resources and no hope of agriculture, we would rely on hydroponics and other advanced food production techniques, all powered by geothermal or nuclear energy. To conserve precious resources, society might adopt new cycles of existence. Perhaps humanity would enter a state of collective hibernation, extended periods of sleep to reduce the consumption of food, air, and energy. Our lives would be governed not by the rising and setting of a long-lost sun, but by the cold, hard calculus of survival. Our art, our stories, our culture, all would be reshaped by the eternal night and the memory of a sun that was. Time would pass, years, decades, centuries. On the surface, Earth would become an ice ball, indistinguishable from any other rogue planet, a sphere of frozen nitrogen and oxygen, entombed in a shell of water ice, silently tumbling through the galaxy. Below the surface, the last vestiges of humanity might still endure, a flicker of consciousness in the vast, cold darkness. We would become a species of the deep, our eyes adapted to the low light, our lives a testament to the tenacity of life. Our journey as a rogue planet would be a lonely one. For thousands of years, we would drift through the blackness. The constellations would slowly shift and change as we left our familiar cosmic neighborhood. Perhaps in the far distant future, our wandering world might be captured by the gravity of another star. A new sun, a new beginning. The ice would melt, the atmosphere would thaw, and the planet after a long dark age might have a chance to live again. But until then, we are a ghost ship in the cosmic ocean, a frozen Earth, sailing silently through the infinite night, a dark, quiet sphere, holding the memory of a sun, a blue sky, and a world teeming with life. A stark reminder of how fragile our existence truly is, and how precious that star in the sky, our sun, really is. It's more than just a light. It's the anchor of our world, and its absence reveals a universe far colder and darker than we could ever imagine. Thank you for watching.